Coming up next is in-depth news analysis. You are now listening to Korea24 on KBS World Radio.
"41 years ago today, student activists in the southwestern city of Gwangju stood up to the military junta led by Chun Doo-hwan and faced a violent crackdown that left hundreds dead. It also left painful scars on Korean society as it fought towards democracy. Those in Korea who lived through those days have noted the chilling echoes being seen in Myanmar currently. President Moon Jae-in expressed such sentiments today, saying that Korea is seeing yesterday's Gwangju in today's Myanmar. It's now been over 100 days since Myanmar's military took power in a coup. More than 700 people have been killed by security forces. The US and the international community responded Monday with fresh sanctions. But is it enough? And are there lessons that can be learned from Gwangju as well? For today's In-Depth, I'm honoured to say that we have joining us now Kyaw Moe Tun, Myanmar's ambassador to the United Nations, who has bravely spoken out against the military junta. Although the army leaders tried to fire the ambassador, he is still recognised by the UN, and he joins us today via video online. Ambassador, thank you for making the time to speak to us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me to this program, because it's very important. It's, as you rightly mentioned, about this the 41 anniversary of Gwangju. It is very important for the history of South Korea. So it rightly mentioned that the experience that we are having is the experience that you had in 41 years ago. Thank you so much for inviting me to this program.
Ambassador, can you bring us up to speed on the current situation in Myanmar first? How has the situation developed in recent weeks?
The situation back home in Myanmar, I should say, it is horrible. It is horrible because, as you know, many people being killed. So now, up to date, more than 800 people being killed. People feel very helpless. Now, as you know, since the 1st of February, in the first week of February, many of us, the millions of people came up on the street, joined the peaceful against the military, demanding for the end of the military coup, and end of the military regime, release of our leaders, Aung San Suu Kyi, President Woo Win-myint, and other unlawful detainees, and restore the democracy in Myanmar and to bring the state power back to the people. This continued demand is persistently calling for by the people of Myanmar, but the brutality and the inhumane act by the military is still continue. So that is why more than 800 people being murdered, thousands of people being arrested, arbitrarily arrested, and many people being tortured. It's very heartbreaking to see this kind of situation back home in Myanmar. So at this point, the situation back home is quite worrisome and very horrible. As you know, over the last week, the situation in Mindat, as you know, the military even used the attack helicopters and then shoot the Mindat town with the heavy artillery, and even the military used a human shield when they attack the town Mindat. So it's not only in the Mindat but also in the all over the country in Myanmar. The brutality, the inhumane act of the military is continue. So that is why people or us now defending ourselves. We use all possible ways and means to defend by ourselves. Because today, this morning, I delivered a statement at the UN General Assembly plenary meeting on the responsibility to protect. So at the meeting also, I stressed that the internet, the national unity government and the people ourselves uh, 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 take the principle of responsibility to protect, and we defend ourselves for defending our own people. So at the same time, we call for the international community to take the responsibility to protect the people of Myanmar. So the situation in short, the situation in Myanmar is getting worse day by day and is horrible.
Right,
Thank
the
you.
situation is dire and sadly it continues to escalate. Meanwhile, the international outcry continues as well. The United States, the United Kingdom, and Canada on Monday imposed new sanctions targeting Myanmar's junta and key officials. Ambassador, what did you make of these new sanctions?
Yeah, I thank the those countries who impose sanction against the military regime. So it's we kept we keep asking for the related, targeted, and tougher sanction. So you see that they listen, they hear us, they listen to the people of Myanmar, and it is the coordinated way that they impose the sanction. It is very important for us. I mean, the people of Myanmar as well as international community. But we still need stronger, decisive, and timely action from the international community. We always stress that sanction alone, the statement alone, is not enough to stop the brutality, to stop the inhumane act committed by the military. While we are thanking the U.S., Canada, and the United Kingdom for their support or for their targeted sanction against the military, but we like to urge them, not only them but also the others, to come out with the strong and decisive action to protect the people of Myanmar, to save lives of innocent civilians in Myanmar. Time is really of the essence for the people of Myanmar. Please do act uh, quickly and immediately and save the life of people of Myanmar. That is very important. Please use the principle of responsibility to protect, to save lives of innocent civilians in Myanmar.
What kind of a strong action would you like to see be taken by the international community?
Yeah, as we like to get the very strong action from the international community, especially by the UN Security Council, because this action is really needed to stop the brutality and the inhumane act of the military. So because we keep asking for the quite number of points to be implemented by the international community. For example, we like to see the strong resolution from the Security Council. It's the element the resolution should include the elements, for example, the protect the people of Myanmar from crimes against humanity, and declare no-fly zone in relevant areas to avoid further bloodshed caused by the military airstrikes, impose targeted, coordinated, tougher sanction against the military and its businesses, impose global embargo against the military because they are using the weapons to kill the people of Myanmar, and then the freeze financial assets of the military and the individual members of the military regime, and cut off financial inflows into the military, because we also like to seek the targeted sanction on the bank owned by the military, like Nyawadi Inwar Bank, and then as well as the Myanmar Foreign Trade Bank (MFTB) and the MOGE, the oil and gas sector, where we receive the revenue, financial inflow from through these sector, and then also suspend foreign direct investment until democratically elected government is restored in Myanmar. And also, it's because at this time it's very important, as you know, because of the the attack by the military, a lot of people being displaced. So provide humanitarian assistance to the people in need, and they provide shelter on humanitarian grounds to people seeking refuge in neighboring countries, and as well, and hold those responsible for atrocity crimes accountable, and finally, very importantly, give recognition to the National Unity Government as a legitimate government of the people of Myanmar. These are the number of the points that we like to see, the action from the international community, in particular UN Security Council, because we need uh, decisive action from the UN Security Council to stop killing of people in Myanmar and to save lives of innocent civilians in Myanmar. Thank you.
Ambassador, you've already said that you do see parallels between the situation in Myanmar and the May 18th Gwangju democratization movement, where Korean citizens stood up against the military junta by Chun Doo-hwan. Despite that terrible incident, South Korea, of course, eventually achieved democracy in 1987. What lessons do you think that Myanmar can learn from the Gwangju uprising? What do you hope that you can glean from that?
Yeah, of course. To be very frank, I don't know exactly the event of the Guangzhou, but I learned from the news, because it is already because of the anniversary. It's quite a lot of news appearing on on the social media and the media outlet.
Mm.
Uh, but what I see is that what we're facing in Myanmar is that, as again, time is really essence. And then also the situation that we faced in 1988 and now in 2021 is very different, because of the advancement of technology and the social media that we really vibrant social media that we have at this point. So the authorities, the military, they cannot hide anything that they committed, the human rights violations, atrocities, and the possible crimes against humanity. So that these are the quite a strong tools for us. So we keep on making the world know for the atrocity committed by the military. So we cannot wait so long to change the behavior of the military. But with the help from the international community, and then also with the strength by ourselves, strength from the within, we definitely can change the behavior of the military regime, and bring the state power back to the people. So we have to continue. We people of Myanmar are really resolute and perseverance. And as you were aware, the unprecedented that unity we have among ourselves is really incredible. So we have to keep ourselves stronger and stronger, to fight our common enemy, that is the military. So we need to end the military coup and military regime as quick as possible. These are our wishes. these are our determination and to end the military coup as quick as possible. That again, in essence, we cannot wait so long. We cannot take so long because of the casualty that on the people is very high. So we cannot lose any more
Sure.
life of our civilians. Thank you.
We are all certainly praying for Myanmar, and we hope South Korea's journey to democracy can perhaps provide a sliver of hope for your people as well. We've been speaking to Myanmar's ambassador to the United Nations, Kyaw Moe Tun. Ambassador, thank you for your time today.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here. And I would like to end by saying that to save life of innocent civilians in Myanmar, I would like to urge international community to act now, to take the decisive action without delay. The military coup must fail. Democracy must prevail in Myanmar. Our fight will win. အရေးတော်ပုံအောင်ရမည်
Indeed. Thank you once again, Ambassador.
Thank you so much.